In this video, I will be discussing my favourite and least favourite albums of the year. I will first talk about a good one, then a bad one, then a good one, and, well, you get the idea. Tim Wheeler, Lost Domain. Now, I've been a fan of the band Ash for over 10 years now, so I was very, very excited for frontman Tim Wheeler's first solo effort following his announcement earlier this year, and I was not disappointed at all. Lost Domain sees Wheeler deal with the death of his father due to Alzheimer's, and the lyrics are extremely down-to-earth and easy to connect with. However, this is not a universally bleak album, at least musically, because it has a great variety of textures, tempos, and styles. This makes Lost Domain feel constantly engaging and worth listening to more than once. Also, it has some of the most beautiful piano melodies I've heard all year. Interpol, El Pintor. I can't stand this band. It's not just because they're unoriginal, as I like Editors, a very similar band, who also owe a lot to 80s post-punk. No, it's because they're so bloody boring, that's why I can't stand them. Like plenty of Interpol's previous albums, El Pintor has some of the blandest and most static sounding guitar lines you'll ever hear, but making matters worse is the complete absence of decent hooks. This is a lazy, uninspired, unmemorable waste of time. Weezer, Everything Will Be Alright in the End. After coming out with some of the worst rock albums of the 2000s, this power pop outfit has finally redeemed themselves in 2014. Instead of trying to appeal to club-going idiots, they've gone back to making fun, relatable guitar pop for us nerds, and people who have good taste. But U-Bait, as it's shortened to, isn't just good because Weezer are back to making hook-laden rock music. No. It gets a place on my best-of list for the incredible final 3 songs that conclude the record. These are some of the most complex, creative, and overall impressive tracks Weezer have ever put out. Thank God for this album. Foo Fighters, Sonic Highways. When I was in primary school, I loved the Foo Fighters, but then for some reason I really lost interest in them in secondary school, and I think it's because I started to find Dave Grohl's vocals really grating and unpleasant, and on Sonic Highways, this is still the case. The musicianship also sucks balls, with very little in the way of catchy guitar riffs and sing-along choruses, because it's all so forgettable. The only song I remember from this crap fest is the one where they rip off Dio's Holy Diver, and nobody, I mean nobody, should rip off Dio. This middle-aged band is clearly going through the motions right now, so maybe they should just hang up their boots. Behemoth, the Satanist. Now this had memorable guitar riffs. Yes, these death metal gods not only succeed on that front, but this record is also quite a brave departure from the grand orchestral sound from their 2000s work. The Satanist is a snarling, stripped-down metal LP, which is absolutely pulse-pounding and gripping. With a heavy, abrasive production, excellent riffing, twisted lyrics, and Nergal's most intimidating vocal performance to date, The Satanist makes me extremely proud to be a fan of Behemoth. And now the worst album of 2014 is Coldplay, Ghost Stories. Now, you probably wouldn't expect me to be a fan of Coldplay, given that I have taste, but I was willing to give them a chance here. Maybe after 14 years, they'd finally deliver. Oh, and yes, I did hate Coldplay even when I was 4, just in case you were just a bit unsure about that. But no, this watered-down, boring, bollockless band continues to get worse. The lyrics are overly simplistic and downright patronising in places, the vocals are overwrought, but worst of all, this atrocious band has the audacity to tinker with dubstep. Yup, loud, annoying, repetitive dubstep, with the shitty lyrics and overwrought vocals on top of that. Manic Street Preachers' Futurology. Was there any doubt that something else would make it to number one? Definitely not. Unlike the Foo Fighters, the Manics show that they can still make great, innovative music, even in their 40s. Futurology sees them experiment with dark, keyboard-laced krautrock, but luckily they combine this German influence with their distorted guitar riffs, fiery lyrics and chilling bass lines, instead of replacing those signature elements with the krautrock. James Dean Bradfield and Sean Moore are still their brilliant selves on guitar and drums, respectively, but the standout man is bassist Nicky Wire. On Futurology, he plays some of his most dynamic and melodic bass lines ever. Every single one I wanted to learn how to play despite not being a bassist myself. In conclusion, this 12th album is a catchy, inventive and diverse record that is probably the Welsh Wonders' best release since Journal for Plague Lovers in 2009.